Jump! Sometimes if I can just get it spinning nice and even like that, it means I'm like just bounce.
Any accessories?
Vacaciones? Jaime she was basically critiquing me on my release. She doesn't like it how it's so angled. I don't either. I think a slight angle's good, but she was like, if it flies at an angle, it gets kicked down by the wind. That's what she told me. I guess that's true for a left. She's like, if it's straight, muy fuerte, very strong. So it goes a little further. Are you gonna talk to all of us about our different cues in Spanish now? So we have to.
Adrian's already on it.
Oh yeah? La pierna izquierda alrededor. But kind of losing that transfer, the angle, just all the finishes were like this too much. So we need to finish forward more. Right now I've been training with the track barn Olympus. Super unique with the grip on the rim. I like it a lot. It's actually, because usually new discs, they have like this, it's almost like a stainless steel feel where it's just like, it's just super, it's almost like too smooth. Like there's no grip to it. But this, like right out the gate, has like a grip feel to it. So I don't know. I'm liking it. This is the podium, so it's like the highest rim weight. So right now we're working out the back, keeping that heel high, right hand high, working all the way around into the sector. Muévete alrededor de la cadera izquierda, avante, hombro izquierdo, avante, de la pierna izquierda alrededor. Más, la puta pierna izquierda alrededor. That run could come down a little earlier. The legend's got he had a huge year in 21. And last year he had a really good year. I think he like learned a lot from competing internationally, going over to Iceland, throwing with Stahl and those guys, and then just how to handle a whole bunch of different things like stress at work, along with trying to compete at that high level. So now I think this is the best shape he's ever gotten in at this early of the season. It's like, you know, early October, he's looking better, he's getting stronger. He's got to get his strength levels up to that elite world-class level. He's got a good technical understanding and he competes really well. So this fall is really pivotal heading into the spring of 23. Está viendo mucho Jaime lanzamiento. Leyenda está viendo mucho los lanzamientos de Jaime. La pierna izquierda, really do. So Legend's been watching too much of Jaime in his left leg. La pierna izquierda se bloquea. Tres o cuatro lanzamientos lentos para que exageres la pierna izquierda alrededor y luego los puedes hacer duros o fuertes. Exageres. Around on that finish though.
Just when we're throwing on site, it's just how many throws, all my throws can I, execute the movement that I want, Because it's really what it's all about. It's just hitting new positions to try to improve the whole throw. And you're not gonna be able to see it fly, so there's no point in trying to just rip it as hard as I can. So it's like a chess match against yourself. Just trying to do something new while keeping that same intensity. Movement. And as season comes closer, we'll start to put in more intense throws, kind of dumb down the technique and then just get to it. And I know I gave up drinking, but I'm tired of. Told her I don't come from you, had to try it.
So the other big thing here with Legend is that he's throwing a 2-5 at the end, and usually the 2-5 throws him. But one of the big things this year is that he's actually having technical movement. He's grasping the 2-5, and a lot of times the guys don't like to throw the 2-5, but they don't like to do it because it exposes a lot of their ego, but two, their technique. And the fact that he's actually able to get into this now is good, because I think that's where you're going to start to see the big ones.
We know what travel's like. We know what recovery needs to be. Compared to last year, recovery wasn't where it was supposed to be. So installing that every day and just, having that proper perspective, I think it's only gonna accelerate all of our goals. And I think last year was important because it made me realize that I might not, the day might not be good when it counts. So I think just preparing more is gonna make a difference.
Yep!
I don't usually watch video that much during practice, but sometimes when we're doing something new, I'm not sure what I'm doing, then I'll look at the video to validate what I think I'm doing. But usually I'll look to Dane to see hey, if I'm not sure, was that better? Because I don't want to confuse, something I did wrong as better if it felt good, even though it's a worse movement, if that makes sense. Yeah, I get the left all the way open on that one.
Yeah, esquina. That was better there. There you sat into that.
After I had taken my 2 weeks, was that this is actually what he said. He said, "I will not coach you unless you start yelling at throws." I was like, seriously? But it's just the principle of, throws is such an explosive, aggressive movement. And it's kind of like the fighting spirit, right? You gotta let it out. You gotta let it roll. I don't know. There's a lot of elite throwers that don't. But I think it was just time for me to, you know, allow that to happen and just, you know, see where it puts me. You know, don't hold back, let it all out. You know, so Rachel is getting the same treatment. All of our last throws, at least for me, I do the last 4. I always have to yell at her, practice the yell. It's weird, but I feel like it's working. Yup! We got the 2-box snatch, back squat, and some accessories afterwards. So looking forward to push the weight a little bit. I'm dealing with not an injury, but a tight right knee. To be more conscious of warming up correctly and just priming it better, so I don't, you know, go into it too cold and injure it. Treat the muscle like a metal in the sense where it's like it needs to be warmed up to a point so it's malleable and therefore it can function better and be able to move. Told me to roll it out, especially this area right here, and then I'm about to do some floss band stuff. This rogue floss band, wrap around the quad, and a little bit down on the calf. Favorite pre-carb snack. Banana. A little extra carbs to burn before you get going. So we'll go to 117 for a double today. 100 is not feeling good, so we'll see. We'll go up. Might go up to 10. We'll go 107.
Nothing pisses me off more than legend snatch. When Legend first came in the first workout, he did 185 for 5, went outside and threw up on the bench press, and that's pounds. So the last 3 to 4 years, he's got a lot stronger, but that's where the gap needs to be made up. For him to be a 65 to 70 meter guy, his bench needs to get up over 450. He's got to get his clean up over like 190 kilos. He's got a back squat 550 at least, maybe 600. He's made up a ton of room. That's where we've seen a lot of growth. If we can get him to push those numbers, it's over. He will absolutely launch bombs.
had some ups and downs. I mean, I think throwing session went well. You know, trying new movements. It's, you know, you take the good throws when you can. And I had a couple of them that were different, noticeably, and with good movement. So that's a positive. So I'll take the throw session for sure. The lift, you know, we're dealing with a little bit of a banged right knee. It's just tight. You know, it's just tight. So we had to make some adjustments. I was able to come back from a not so good start of a snatch session, so to end it with a decent double. These accessories they're tough, but they're fun. So it was a good day. I would say it's a good day. We kind of have a gist of, you know, what needs to happen for us to get to where we want to, because, you know, 2021, it could have been, you know, a flat year. It could have been, and then it could have just as easily been an even better year than what I had. So I think practices like this, where, you know, you focus on the wins, and then you focus on the things that you need to improve on, is super important. Because last year, the biggest takeaway was that, you know, we were lifting hard just like this. I had a little tweak in the shoulder. I didn't communicate about it with mobility doc, John, or with Dane. I just tried to, you know, muscle through it. You know, I just grind it out. But that didn't work. It ended up getting worse until I needed to step away from lifting for about a month and just heal. So I'm happy and proud of myself that I was able to learn from last year, take initiative, heal before it gets worse. And that's, you know, a huge thing I want to, you know, relay to older or younger throwers. It's just like, you know, it's a marathon. I know we only get 6 throws max per meet, but, you know, you got to focus on the long term. And you could be the most talented thrower out there, but if you're injured, you know, that all goes away. So, yeah, that's my takeaways. Good day today. Woo! Big L out.